Two iconic American cities face off in 2025. One burning question. Which one really stands out? On the left, Chicago, the windy city with lakefront charm. And on the right, Houston, space city bursting with southern flair. Let's skip the buzzwords and get straight to what actually matters. We'll break it down category by category. Each earns points, and you'll see exactly who takes the crown. Trust me, the final result might surprise you. So here's what we're going to cover. Population trends, the job market, cost of living, transportation, green space and environment, food and culture, education and healthcare, and of course, climate. Let's break these down one by one. Okay, let's talk population. Chicago's got a stable crowd, and the city's urban core is super dense, which honestly gives it that real classic big city feel. But there's been a slight decline in recent years, which isn't ideal. Now, Houston. Oh, Houston is booming. It's literally the fastest growing major city and is even projected to pass Chicago in population by 2025. That's wild, right? Of course, that kind of growth brings some sprawl headaches. Still, in terms of pure numbers and momentum, Houston's taking the lead here. Now, let's dig into the job market. Chicago holds its own with solid gigs in finance, education, healthcare, the staples. On the flip side, the unemployment rate is just a bit higher than Houston's. Speaking of Houston, it's kind of the capital for the energy industry, and the job growth is just, wow, fast. Unemployment? Super low. Maybe not quite as diversified as Chicago, but if you want opportunities, Houston's the spot to watch. Moving on to cost of living, something everyone stresses about. Chicago is actually not bad for a major city, but you're definitely going to feel those property and sales taxes. Now, in Houston, your dollar stretches way further. Lower housing costs and an overall cheaper lifestyle? Yes, please. Only catch? Those Texas summers will bump up your utility bills. But between these two, Houston's wallet friendliness is kind of unbeatable. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know that Houston is projected to become the third largest U.S. city by 2025? That's huge. Talk about a city on the rise. All right, transportation. Here's where Chicago shines. If you hate driving, this is your place. Fantastic public transit and plenty of walkable neighborhoods. Sure, there's some gnarly traffic, but you can skip it if you want. Houston is super car-friendly. Trust me, you'll get used to driving everywhere. But options are limited if you want to ditch the car. The city's got heavy traffic, and let's just say you'll be spending a lot more time behind the wheel. For getting around easily, this one's all Chicago. Let's chat green space and the environment. Chicago gets major points with those iconic lakefront parks. And, to be honest, the air quality is pretty mild. The trade-off? Winters can be rough. Meanwhile, Houston is making moves. A lot of new green spaces. And winters down there are a breeze. But, and this is important, the heat and humidity are no joke, and the air quality can be a challenge. Overall, though, Chicago offers a prettier, breezier outdoor vibe. Time for a tasty category, food and culture. Chicago is legendary. World-class food, super diverse neighborhoods, and there's always something happening. You do run into seasonal limits with events, but hey, that's the trade-off. Houston's food scene is exploding too, and man, the cultural diversity? It's real. It's just not as walkable between food hotspots. Honestly, though, they both bring it, so this one is kind of a tie. Up next, education and healthcare. Chicago's got heavy hitters. Top universities, leading hospitals, all that stuff. The only thing is, it's pricey for education. Houston also boasts a major medical center and respected universities, but not as many clinching those national spots. Still, Chicago edges out here with just a little more prestige. And finally, climate, which can honestly be a deal breaker for some people. Chicago's got you covered if you want all 4 seasons, but winter is seriously cold and snowy. Houston, on the other hand? Mild winters, super long warm seasons, but the summer heat can be relentless. If you love the sun, Houston's going to win you over. If you look at the radar, Chicago lights up on transportation, education, and green space, while Houston dominates population growth, the job market, costs, and climate. Pretty clear which city does what best, right? So, bottom line, Chicago is your pick if you crave classic city living, amazing transit, culture, and top-notch institutions. Houston? That's for you if affordability, career opportunities, or warm weather top your must-have list. It's not so much about which is better, but which fits you best. All right, which city sounds more like your style? Let us know what you think, and don't forget, you can always find more info on official city resources if you're serious about making a